If you believe a certain worth about yourself, a certain identity, that impacts the type of action you're willing to take. So if there's a goal you've got set, it doesn't matter what it is, pick a goal. To the extent that you believe it's consistent with your identity is to the extent that you will make an effort towards it.
Inspiration does a lot better when it's coupled with perspiration. Everything worthwhile is uphill. You've never heard someone talk about accidental achievements. You've never heard someone that got to the top of the mountain and somebody asked them, how did you get there? Kind of look confused and say, I have no idea. The reason they know how they got there is because they had to walk all the way up the mountain. Nobody lifted them. There were no shortcuts. There's not an elevator. There's not an escalator. It's all effort that gets you to the top of the mountain. There are a whole lot of people, they want to be inspired in great things, but they don't want to do the hard work to achieve those great things. It's not either or, it's both and.
A third-grade dropout daddy who was quoting Michelangelo when he was a cook at Cal Maritime, saying to us, boys, I won't have a problem if you aim high and miss, but I'm going to have a real issue if you aim low and hit. It's not about making a nice impression. It's about making an impact. It's about doing your best. Wisdom will come to you in the unlikeliest of sources, a lot of times through failure. When you hit rock bottom, remember this. While you're struggling, rock bottom can also be a great foundation on which to build and on which to grow. I'm not worried that you'll be successful. I'm worried that you won't fail from time to time. A person that gets up off the canvas and keeps growing, that's the person that will continue to grow their influence. A country mother quoting Henry Ford, saying if you think you can or if you think you can't, you're right. You see, it takes knowledge and wisdom combined to grow your influence so that you'll make an impact.
When you wake up in the morning, the greatest thing you could do for yourself is not touch or look at this device for 30 minutes to an hour after awakening. So that when you wake up, you take control of your time. You control the time. You control the beginning of the day. You get clear, you meditate, you pray, you stretch, you think, you go through a gratitude exercise.
Show me your schedule and I'll get a sense of your true values. I mean, your schedule each day really does predict the rest of your life. So it's not about what you talk about, it's about what you actually schedule. If you look at the people who are getting traction on great results, they are people who spend a lot of time alone. And they spend a lot of time thinking. And they spend a lot of time in this ritual of reflection. It's very easy to be busy being busy. But let me ask you, what's the point of being really busy in your work life or your personal life if you're busy around the wrong things? I mean, it makes no sense to spend the best hours of your finest days climbing these mountains only to realize on the last hour of your last day, you climbed the wrong ones. Absolutely predict your success is how much time you spend in silence, solitude, and stillness. Just thinking. Thinking about how you're living. Thinking about how you're working. Thinking about whether your daily behavior is aligned with your deepest values. Ask yourself this question or write about it in your journal. What is the one project that if I did it flawlessly over the next 3 months would literally change the game for me within my organization and within my marketplace?